looking for advice on golf, you don't have to look any further than YouTube. There are so many pieces of advice there and some fantastic advice. The thing though is we need to be doing things that are going to help us and be guaranteed to. We need to, when we're practicing, do deliberate practice. Now, one of the hallmarks of that is that the practice itself is specifically designed to benefit your game, or at least part of your game. And what we're going to do today is I'm going to walk through 3 drills that I do on a very, very regular basis that have proven to be extremely helpful. They're a long game, a short game, and a putting drill. Now these drills, if you do them in a way that I describe, where you're very focused on the way you're actually going about doing the drill, it will guarantee to have a transfer to what you're doing to the golf course. So let's have a look at them. The first of these drills is a full swing drill, and it's designed to help you develop movement and coordination. Now, I've done different stepping drills in the past where I might start with my feet together, swing the club back, step forward, and swing through. I've done drills where I allow the club to move forward, step back, and then make a backswing. And I have to give credit to Dr. Kwan for combining the two into this 2-step drill. And what I'll do is I'll walk you through it. When you first do it, it's very rare that a player will actually do it correctly the first time. It does take a little bit of practice, but the benefits are absolutely massive. And it is a beneficial swing drill for every single full swing shot you make. So let's have a look at the order of movement and then a couple of the nuanced things involved in it. So I'm going to start with my feet together, and then the first thing I'm going to do is move the club forward. Now, as the club goes forward, my body is turning a little bit. The shaft's somewhere near vertical, but it's also angled, so it's on roughly the same angle that the club would swing on. So as I swing back and forward, my club's swinging on an angled path. So my club's going to start off on that angled path. Then I'm going to, so now my body's turned, my chest has turned, my hips have turned. I'm taking a step. Now taking that step shifts pressure to my right foot, and I'm using that pressure to my right foot and the movement of my body to fling the club toward the ground with sufficient momentum that it's going to finish up here. So that's the backswing part of it. Now that's going through slowly in the steps. When I do it, I want it to be a very continuous motion. So from here, I'll swing the club forward. Now, as the club's going forward, I'm stepping back and then immediately going into the backswing motion. So there's no hesitation there. I can't do it slowly. I can't do it by manipulating the movement. I've got to do it with a very, very free-flowing action. So my wrists are nice and free, and I'm allowing that club to go forward. So that first part again, move the club forward, take a step back, and then swing. So the step is being taken as the club's going forward. That's a critical point in the execution of the exercise. Now, as my club's going back, I'm going to take a step forward and then do the same as I did in the backswing, but in the opposite direction. So if we just do the downswing part, as my club is swinging back, remember it started there, as the club's swinging back, I'm going to take a step forward. So that stepping forward is occurring while the club's going back, before I get to the end of the backswing. And then just like what I did in the backswing, I'm going to shift pressure to my front foot. That shifting pressure will create or will cause my body to turn, and that in turn will fling my arms and the club toward the ground. Again, with sufficient momentum that it takes me to my follow through. So I don't feel like I'm really using my hands and arms during the swing, but I'm generating the momentum through what I'm doing through my feet and lower body. So now if we put them together, when I make the steps, I make small steps because I want to finish with my stance about normal width. So I've got to take a really small step going back and a small step going through. Most players, when they first start to do this drill, finish up doing the splits. So we're not going to do that. So club swings forward, really small step, back, small step, and through. I'll go again. Club goes forward, small step back, small step, and fling through. So there's so much to that drill. It does feel a little bit awkward for a lot of players when they first do it. It's trying to get the coordination Now, if you're very much an arm dominant swinger, this is absolutely perfect for you. Yes, it'll be more challenging for you than someone who naturally has some flow to the swing, but the very fact that it's more challenging is going to make it more beneficial for you. Now, it doesn't really matter which club you do that with, and you can do it and hit golf balls at the same time. Just means that when you make the backswing motion, you have to swing the club over the top of the ball. But practice that on a regular basis and it will build the rhythm, the coordination, and the timing of the movement, and you'll get a massive benefit from doing that. So this drill's called a ladder drill. I can do this in a number of different ways. I can vary the club that I'm using. In this case, it's a pitching wedge. I can vary the distance between the clubs on the ground there. In this case, the first of the clubs is about 4 meters in front of me, and then they're a meter apart from there. So 5, 6, and 7 meters. When I'm playing this shot, there's a couple of different ways I can do it. I can either look to land the ball between the clubs, or I can look to have the ball finish between the clubs. In this case, we're going to look to land the ball between the clubs. So my first shot, I'm looking to land the ball between the first and the second clubs. The second one, I'm looking to land the ball between the second and the third clubs. And then the third shot, I can look to land the ball between the third and the fourth clubs. Now, if I vary the club that I'm using, I'm going to have to hit the ball either softer or harder to have it finish within those. When you're doing this drill, don't get too hung up on having it be a successful shot. The very fact that you're practicing intentionally, you're noticing the quality of the strike, you're noticing how far the ball goes with each club. The very fact that you do this drill on a very regular basis, once or twice a week, you don't have to do it for hours at a time. If you do it for say 5 or 10 minutes, but you do it on a regular basis, you'll find that the transfer to the golf course and the improvement of your short game will be pretty massive. Now let's have a look at a putting drill that's going to get you holding the putts now that you've been able to get them close to the green with your chip and pitch shots. So this drill I'm about to show you is a really good one for controlling the path of your putter and also the putter face. So when I'm setting it up on the ground here, I've got an alignment rod. Now I've chosen a straight putt. You want to do this with a straight putt. You can do it with breaking putts, but straight is easiest to get going to begin with. So this alignment rod is pointing directly toward the hole. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to set up a gateway with tees. So I'll use my putter, and where the ball is going to be, I'll put a tee just outside the putter head and the toe of the putter. Then about 6 inches back, I'm going to do it again. And then I'm going to do it 6 inches forward. So now we've got our nice little gateway of tees. I can remove the alignment rod and put a ball right in the center there. Now I've got a small amount of room between the tees for my putter to go back and through. Now when I'm making a putt, when my putter head is quite close to the ball, as I move back and through, it's moving pretty straight. The putter head does move in a slight curve, a very shallow curve, but because these tees are so close together, that's not going to have any influence whatsoever. So when I'm setting myself up, I can practice first of all without the ball in there. And the question is, can I get the putter head to move back and through and miss the tees on either side? If I hit them, that's a clue that my putting stroke is not going back and through correctly. If the putter's not going back and through correctly, then do some practice strokes even without a ball. Then put a ball there and we'll do the same thing. So now I've got a ball there. Hopefully my gate's lined up straight at the hole. So practicing that from different distances, even if you're putting from very close to the hole, doesn't really matter. In fact, that can build your confidence. The putt that I've set up here is around about 7 feet, a little over 2 meters from the hole. Now, the chances of holding that putt every single time are small statistically, but it doesn't matter. It's still, again, giving you the feeling of controlling the movement of the putter, not hitting the tees as you move the putter head back and through. So if you practice each of these 3 drills, we did the step drill to begin with, then the ladder drill, and then the putting drill, that's going to make a massive difference to how you go about scoring correctly. Now, if you want to learn other drills, learn how to practice more correctly, then if you click the link below, you can download a PDF where I talk more about effective practice and give you a whole lot more drills that you can do to make your game much, much better.